Cheesy first video, take one, action.
We need a lot of those.
A lot of action? I agree.
Oh. Anyway, let's move forward.
Boys, you know what I'm talking about.
No, you're not going to put that in there.
Hello, folks.
Hello, folks.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. I'm Tim.
And I am Nikki.
And this is... Say it.
Rialta News.
News. Hey, this will be our first live video stream for Rialta News. What we get so many questions and comments from you all about Rialta stuff, and we don't know everything, but we're connected to the groups of folks that know lots of stuff, and we answer a lot of that in context in the comments, but not everybody sees it, and we start thinking, hey, a lot more people would want to get this information, not just the one thread in the comments, right?
Yes, and actually a lot of people have asked us direct questions, and we're like, oh, that would make a great video. So our intention is let's make that video.
Yeah.
And
so
then time passes and, it takes longer.
you get busy.
So this we can answer. No?
So what we intend to do is come to you weekly with Rialta News and cover updates to what's going on in the Rialta community. This is owners or future owners, past owners, whomever, or maybe just some cool industry stuff. And we're just going to go through the news and kind of see what's happening. This will be about 20-25 minutes is what we're thinking, and just touch on some things and also answer any questions that you all might have, and just kind of bring those up. And it's just a chance for the community to kind of get together and just have a little fun, have a little show for it. And this is not going to replace our other videos, though. Is that correct?
No. We're still going to put up cool videos of where we go or things we do to the Rialta or, whatever.
Or anything, right? Whatever means anything. So if you do ask a question and it's something we can cover and show in a video, we'll do that. This is just kind of a summary thing. So if you're thinking about getting a Winnebago Rialta, or you know someone who has one, or you have one, or you just are cool and you don't want to just watch chase videos from cops on YouTube all day, then welcome. We're glad you're here. So to start things off, though, let's touch base on the big news, because it's May. It's May. It's May.
Almost June.
And April, May every year, something really cool happens in the Rialta community. What's that?
We have a get-together.
We have a get-together. It's a couple of get-togethers.
There's several.
There's a big one. The one we're going to talk about this video is...
Foley Rally. Foley Rally get-together? No? Rialta Rally, Foley, Alabama, 2023? Wasn't that the name? What am I missing?
It's close.
Okay.
Rialta and Friends.
Oh, Rialta and Friends.
Friends, you got to remember the friends.
Sorry, I forgot Friends. That's
You
terrible.
know what friends are? Friends are people that are not fortunate enough to have a Rialta anymore.
Oh, true. Yes, yes. They, in fact, experts, because they had it till 200,000 miles.
Experts, yeah.
Experts, yeah.
Yeah. So Rialta and Friends Rally in Foley, Alabama this year. And it's an annual event where a lot of folks come together. And I think there were 50 plus entries this year. And a whole lot of great vehicles showed up. I think you have a video coming on that, right?
Yes, we have a video coming.
Yeah, so you get to see some of them. And there's a lot of great photos out there. But, we had a good time there, but not everybody got to go. And a lot of folks were saying, hey, I wished I could have went. The dates didn't work out. And, hey, we get it. Not everybody's retired or living in their camper. So let's talk a little bit about what happens at the Rialta and Friends Rally. So, Nick, start it off. Like, what happens? What's it all about?
The coolest thing about it is that you just meet other people that have the same kind of interests. And so you get to share stories and got a lot in common in just certain areas that is fun to share and learn from and get ideas from. Plus, we play bingo.
There's bingo. So let's talk through the agenda a little bit, because meeting other folks is great, but if you are an introvert, believe it or not, If you are an introvert kind of person, kind of keep to yourself, let us know down in the comments if you're one of those. Because when you go to something like this, and you say, oh, you're going to meet all these people, like, do I have to open my camper door? You know, are they going to come knocking? I'm doing my thing. Yeah, so when you arrive and you check in, you'll notice, first thing you notice, tons of Rialtas everywhere.
Which the first time you see that,
It's freaky.
I'm telling you, is weird. It is very weird. The second time it wasn't as weird. It's like, oh, cool.
It's still kind of freaky because remember when you were first looking to buy your Rialta, right? What happened? You couldn't find them.
Yeah, can't find them. You never see them.
Never see them.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe one here, one there, and you finally find the one you want to get. Then you go see it. Maybe you had to find a couple because one was messed up, but they're rare as hen's teeth. And then you get to the rally.
Yeah, and then there's like 30 or 50.
They're everywhere. And all the different models and the different colors, and some people really customize them. And everyone is, I'm just going to say it, everyone is super friendly. Would you agree with that?
Yes, very friendly. Mm-hmm.
Even the unfriendly folks are friendly during the rally. You know who you are. They're super, super friendly. And so you can just walk up to them and ask a question or...
Oh, yeah. They're all willing to help. They're all willing to share. It's just great. Yeah.
Oh, we
Very
talked
nice.
about tires. We talked about transmissions. We had people looking under hoods.
Latches on doors.
Yeah, we were volunteering to help work on belly pan stuff. Like, it was really, really neat. In fact, you always get invited in to come see somebody's modifications, or they want to come see what yours looks like. Or
Yes, and I am usually very surprised surprised that so many people have hardly anything in their Rialta. Like, they've learned to tuck, and it's just beautiful. Like, you can tell it looks like a small apartment walking into the Rialta. Some of them, look like cars. They're a little fuller.
Right,
I think we're more like that.
For the guys in the room, what the heck does learn to tuck mean? Is that like some yoga
like
move?
tuck things away, hide things,
Yeah.
put clothes in certain
Oh.
areas,
Organization.
Organization.
That's a good topic.
Yes.
Let's hold on organization because we need to talk about that one. I
Yeah.
think that deserves a whole.
Whole nother.
But when you say like, I wonder how someone else deals with this, or maybe your dishes are always rattling, or your stove you can't get this thing, or someone has got a persistent squeak. They keep hearing this noise, and now you get to ask other folks, hey, I've got this. Oh, I know what that is.
Yes.
It's your this, or it's your that, or it's your bathroom slide, or it's your table, or and then how did you deal with that? And then they'll tell you what they did, and then you can decide, hey, does that make sense for me?
Yeah, and what things they said. I did this. Do not do that.
Learn from
That's
their
always
mistakes.
good to know too. So,
Right.
Yeah.
So the rally's great for meeting folks, seeing other rigs. Just a good time getting together. How's the environment there? We went to Johnny's Lakeside RV, and we've been going there a couple of years. I don't know if that's where it'll be every year, but talk about the park. What was the RV park like?
Oh, the RV park's really nice. It's got palm trees, very beach-like. It's they've got a nice pool that has a lazy river, slides, fun pool, and I really enjoyed it. I mean, it's a really nice place. They have a whole room that we can get together in. They give it to us every single night. We got to get together in this big.
What we do? Okay, so we have this big meeting room, like a banquet hall place. But talk a little bit about what went on every night, because the pool's great, and you're parking at a full hookup RV.
Full hookups.
Place. But maybe if you're not swimming or you can only lazy river so much. What went on in the banquet hall for the rally? What kind of activities are there? I know you said there's bingo.
Yes. So every morning they would do breakfast. So you can go in with other people and have breakfast.
That's cool.
Every evening they did happy hour, which basically means bring a snack, bring a game, bring your drinks, whatever. And we all hang out there for 3-4 hours, getting to know each other. And then most nights they had an activity. So one night would be like potluck. Everybody bring a dish to share.
That's pretty good.
That was very good.
That's pretty good.
Very good. And then
What'd you bring?
What did we bring? Last year was peppers and
what'd you bring this year?
peanut butter. Fudge. That's right.
How'd you see that?
We brought fudge. I just magically remembered.
Man, we brought fudge because everybody who doesn't like fudge, right? There's 1 or 2 people, but out of 50 or 80,
it definitely went quickly.
there wasn't no fudge left. I thought we'd get some fudge leftovers. Oh, fudge. Anyway, no, it was good. Potluck was cool, right?
Yes.
And then there's the tech talk. There's always the tech talk. And
Tech Talk's awesome.
may have seen our videos. We attempt every year to capture that tech talk. and put it up here for you so that if you have Rialta questions, that wisdom is not lost in the ether, right? We try to capture it so it'll go on for generations. So when your kids get your Rialta, they'll know what to do too. But yeah, the tech talk was good, and kind of a swap meet thing where people bring parts and doodads, and you can buy them. Some stuff is, hey, make me an offer. Some stuff is, hey, I got 3 of these, take it. So that's pretty neat. So look, the Rialta and Friends Rally, if you can attend, I encourage you to do so. Now, Nikki, what do you think if someone can only make it for 1 or 2 days, maybe not the whole week, because it's a week long?
It is a week long, so
would that be okay if they just? It's
absolutely okay. You just come as many days as you can, and if you can make it to the Tech Talk, I would say do that because that is valuable information.
No, one of the things about the Tech Talk, they don't just talk about what they want to talk about. We had new owners there.
Yes.
In fact, I can think of a few, and they're raising their hand like, hey, here's what's going on. I got this question.
Or some that were not new owners. Now, there was a couple there that were not new owners, had their rig for a long time, came to a rally for the first time, though, got to ask some questions, and found out that their Rialta was actually missing something valuable in it.
Wow. And it wasn't money.
No.
Yes. So, yeah, we encourage you, if you can, get out to the rallies. If not, watch the videos. We'll throw some video up to show you just some of the campers and all. But we kind of just talked about it now. So that was the rally. That's a big thing. April to May. It's down in the Gulf Shores, kind of Florida area down there. And we really encourage you to go. It's a good time. It's a fun time. It is not officially sponsored by Winnebago or anything there, or even by the Roga group, right?
Yeah.
So let's transition, though. What the heck is Roga? Is that the stuff that grow your hair back?
Roga.
No?
Gain.
Oh.
I think.
What's Roga?
Roga, Rialta Owner Group of America.
Oh, cool. That sounds pretty fancy. How do you sign up for that?
It's just on Facebook. If you have a Rialta, you request to join. They will ask what kind of Rialta do you have and all that. But it's a great, valuable page to be part of. Resource, yes. So if you have any questions or anything, you can go in there, ask a question. Millions will answer you. Not only that, you can usually search a question. It's already been answered.
Right. So if you own any kind of recreational vehicle, so even if you're watching and you're one of the friends, not just the Rialta folks, you need to participate in
your group. Your
group for your camper, or for folks that are kind of like birds of a feather that do the same types of things you do. So if you got little kids with you and that's your thing, find a group that travels with kids, or if you take your cats on travels, there's a whole thing for that, because you got to know where you take them. But for the Roga group, right, Rialta Owners Group of America, it's a really cool resource for folks that have owned, or even some are looking for another one, Rialtas. And like Nick said, really valuable resource. It's just a Facebook group, but it's kind of a private group that you need to request membership of. So you got to be on Facebook to do that. We go through there to kind of see what's up and what's happening and what the news is, and contribute when we can. We will not talk about names and specifics from that group, because that is a private group. But we might talk about some topics that have been coming up quite often in the groups when we do the Rialta news here. So now that takes me to another order of business. If there's something you want us to cover on Rialta news, what should they do?
Just leave us a comment and ask.
Let us know in the comments, and we'll talk about it. Because we're just going to talk about kind of topics that are coming up, and kind of hot topics. So that's why the rally came up. And I guess next up to that, you mentioned learning how to tuck and organize. In Rialta. So how about this? Why don't you share a couple of ideas on organization? And I'm going to just see if I can pull up. I saw some a little bit ago that were in here, but go ahead, share a couple of ideas on organization, maybe even some at the rally.
Well, one thing that I thought was really nice is, now this woman, she travels on her own, so she has a very clean, beautiful Rialta. And it was interesting, all the stuff, she'd always go, I have one of those, let me go get it. I got that, let me go get it. And I walked in her Rialta, and it's just beautiful. There's nothing just laying out, I'm like, wow, how did she do this? And, she leaves her bed made up. So just laying is her bed, not a table and chairs. Like we keep ours as a table and chairs to eat.
What model was hers, though? Not a QD? I think I know who you're talking about without naming names. Hers is not the QD.
I'm not sure what.
It's got the full bed in the back, but she's got the full kitchen.
Yes, but she could still make 2 booths and a table out of her bed, which is what we do.
But she can
But
also
she
have
also-
seating in the front.
Yeah, she has some seating up in the front. So she could leave her bed made as a bed. And underneath it, she had bins that she had placed under there, all labeled for what she carries.
Underneath the bed when
Underneath
it was
the
set up.
bed.
Because there's a bunch of room under there when
a-
you put the table away and fold the couches out.
Yes.
There's a big old
Nice
space.
big old storage space down there. So I was very impressed. And then just her closet organization. I can't even explain that one, but I'm sitting there thinking, okay, I got to get that stuff because that was really nice.
Well, where did she hang her clothes though? Because we hang clothes in the closet. She stacked bins in the closet.
Yes, she said that. Now I always bring hang up clothes, but we also have a big basket that we put stuff in. So then the hang up clothes really crumple at the bottom because they're not a long length. She said she only brings 2 things to hang.
She didn't bring hang up clothes.
She only brings 2,
That's right.
a jacket.
We asked her about where do you hang your clothes. She's like, I don't bring anything that has to hang up.
Yeah, so she brings like a couple of jackets that she hangs next to her bins. So her bins was a brilliant idea. I'm thinking, okay, I just need to fold stuff and have them in bins.
Almost like a dresser.
So if we get that done, we will make a video or take photos or something for you because it was super cool. In fact,
organized.
I need her to send me some tips.
Can't find anything if it's that organized.
no, it was. You can't find anything when it's not that
I
organized.
can't find anything
trust me.
anyway. I'm just wearing this. But you'll see this in 100 videos.
Yeah, and I probably need to quit taking so many clothes with us.
I think that was one takeaway on the organization side. I think so many of us get concerned with organizing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the reality is we're bringing too much stuff.
Yeah.
You're
I think
going-
every trip I bring a little bit more.
Yeah, man, we went on a trip for a week, 7 days, 8 days, 9 days. By the time you
I think it was
travel,
9 days,
9 or
yeah.
10. And what I had, like 18 shirts or something. Like, come on, really? We don't
Hey!
need.
And we did laundry once.
Yeah.
So we brought back some clean clothes.
If you overpack, confess it down below. I'm right there with you. Overpacking, and it yeah, it's kind of like the movies where you're bringing all the
Yes.
suitcases.
It's hard.
It's you know what, travel light, pack light, have a good time.
And then I go and I always buy these things.
Hey, that's
so
cool.
why should I continue
Ooh,
Gulf
look
Shores,
at that.
Alabama? Why do I need to take so many clothes when I always go and buy me tank tops?
If
and
I let
stuff?
you, yeah, here's the deal. Give her a tank top allowance, give him a hat allowance, and just go. And traveling light though, I think that helps towards packing. Now on the grocery side, the same thing happens, right? People comment all the time about the size of the refrigerator. I need a bigger fridge, or the pantry's this and that. If you cook all the time and you're preparing your meals, yes, if you got little ones, family, whatever you're doing, or special diet.
Mm-hmm.
But I know tons of y'all out there are kind of like us. We go out and then we end up, if we're in a normal place like that place, and you got town 10 minutes away and restaurants, we're eating at restaurants, or we're stopping at the deli and buying food at the market.
Yeah, that RV park there's 5 grocery stores right around you. So
we got home with an entire coming back home was like, oh, we got to unpack the camper. And there was like 5 grocery sacks full of food that we brought just in case World War VII happened while we were on the road or whatever.
Can never go back home.
We should have stopped and donated. Yeah, in case we can't come back.
The end of the world.
Get the spam. So part of being organized better is thinking through what to pack. And honestly, it takes time. You're going to go the first trip, you're going to bring too much stuff or things you don't need. So I heard a really good take on it from one of the fellow Rialtans, and Rialtans, look it up, it's a real thing. If Google's a verb, Rialtans is real. He said, hey, every time we get back, we just look at what did we not use on that trip, and then we really think through it and go, am I going to take that next time or not? Because if you're bringing your golf clubs and you didn't golf, okay, did you golf last time? No. Did you golf time forward? No. Okay, stop bringing the golf clubs, right? You're not gonna use them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now your PA equipment, microphone, saxophone.
Yeah.
Touchy subject. We're gonna leave that one alone.
Subject.
Hey, my computer went to sleep. Let's wake that up.
Uh-oh.
That's all right. Who cares? We're at war. We've got 5 minutes left anyway.
Oh,
Ain't gonna work. It's out. Gone. Checked out.
it went to sleep.
Poof.
Oh, now I gotta log in.
No, you can't show them your password. Here, you do it. I'll
Do
block
we
it.
do it?
Hey, look at that. Cool.
You can't even see what that is. But
Yeah.
Whatever.
All right, so organization, and honestly, you can read articles and look at people's individual feeds on how they organize their camper.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you have 7 or 12 weeks, you can look on YouTube, because each one of those videos is like 18 minutes
Yes.
on how someone organized their camper.
Yeah.
So it take you forever, and it may not fit you exactly, but when you go and meet with other Rialta folks, you can actually see specifically how they did it. And then we ask them questions like, well, do you bring a griddle? Where does that go? Well, what about shoes? Where do you keep your shoes? Or what happens here? Does that leak? Or how do you like to eat? And it doesn't mean you're going to do it. We met one couple who had taken both seats out, the second row seats out of the QD. And these folks were driving, like, they drove for it. Like, they go out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
They never go where it's full hookup. This was like their first.
Yeah.
They take this thing out in the tundra.
Mm-hmm.
And he built cabinets or platforms with storage inside, and everything had a place.
Mm-hmm.
And on top was nice cushions, and it was like super functional,
And
solid.
that's starting to sound pretty interesting to me.
Yeah, and it wouldn't squeak or any of that nonsense. 'Cause
And you know,
none of it was cheap plastic.
Yeah, we're not big into changing our Rialta, putting
Super
wood
custom.
floors and all that stuff. I really like being in it, knowing I'm in a camper. And we really didn't want to take a lot of stuff out, change it up much, but we ended up taking one chair out, which has been really good, especially for our pup. And now we have that second one, and part of me's like, I don't know if I want to take another one out. But when you see the convenience, it's not like we ever sit in that chair, really.
Yeah. It all depends on what you
So
need.
yeah.
All depends on what you need to do, because those chairs turn into a bed.
Mm-hmm.
So if you need
So if
other
you have
folks
grandkids
sleeping
with
with
you,
you,
yeah.
you're going to want to bunk them.
That could help.
But you could also put a hammock across the front of the cab and
Yeah.
use that for something else, or what you build could still be a bed.
Or before your next trip, you put your chairs back in.
Oh.
It can all go back in. It's not like it's out
no,
front.
they're heavy and they're upstairs. Oh, and the bolts
We
are
have
rusty.
kept our stuff.
Yeah, hey, if you have ideas on removing your chairs, not removing your chairs, let us know what you did. This is live, so we're watching the feed and seeing who's saying what. But let us know down below. Well, we figured it'll take a while for the live to kick in, so everybody gets ahead of it. But yeah. So organization, pretty cool topic. So we talked about the rally, talked about the purpose for the Rialta News. I want to wrap up with just kind of prices and what we're seeing out there for Rialtas. It was very interesting to see that Rialta Heaven has tons of refurbed ones coming up over the last 6 months. I've probably gotten 3 notifications from him. I think they're having their springtime sale right now, so go check that. If you really want to see, like, okay, what's retail look like for these? Rialta Heaven's kind of a good place to look.
Yes.
And those are refurbished, redone.
Yeah, they refurbish them, and they really make them nice.
100% working when
Yeah.
you get one from there. And then we didn't buy ours from there, and we're not sponsored by those guys. But
No.
good friends of ours didn't make it to the rally because their transmission had a problem.
Yes.
And what did he do? It was under warranty, and what did he do?
He had it picked up and shipped back to California to Rialta Heaven for them to fix it.
Crazy time. He
And-
was in Alabama.
Yes, and another couple that's there got theirs from also Rialta Heaven. They said, "Oh, we would have done the same thing."
Because it's covered under the
It's
warranty,
covered. Mhm.
which is a big benefit.
Huge deal.
Yeah. So prices are really good. If you go to Rialta Heaven, you'll see that the top end retail price is good. We're seeing some used come on the market now in different states of repair from, probably on the low side, 16,000, 17, 18,000. Usually the high 20s is where you can find a decent rig that you're going to need to do some things to. Questionable history maybe. The current owner knows their stuff, but maybe beyond that it's not known. And then into the 30s for one that's really been taken care of. So the prices are holding, which is really cool. Still a cool investment. And, they get great fuel economy. I was telling, who was I just talking to about the fuel economy? It was a colleague of mine. I was just letting him know about the fuel economy we get in Rialta. And his wife's daily commuter doesn't get as good a fuel economy as us moving a house with a bathroom on it.
And that's the reason, honestly, I want to keep it forever, because I hear some of these RV trips are so expensive because of the gas they have to spend and how many times they have to stop to put gas in, and these different stories, and I'm like, wow.
Let us know what's
awesome.
your average mileage. We're probably pulling on the highway, cruising around. We can get it up to 20, 21, 22, but that's really soft footing it, on flat ground. But regular driving on the highway and giving it the beans every once in a while just to show off, so people don't think you're just an old Winnebago. We're averaging around 17.
Yeah.
And 17 miles per gallon is pretty cool. And that's just traveling regular highways. Let us know in the comments what kind of fuel economy you're getting. People ask all the time, so it's probably good to get it down there and let them know. But so on the pricing side, pricing's good. We just had a request from someone who's looking to purchase,
Looking to buy one.
and asking, hey, do you guys know of anybody who's wanting to sell? Now, this comes up all the time. Hey, is your rig for sale? Do you know where one is for sale? So the other thing about connecting with all of the folks, and even the people down here in chat, is someone's going to ask you about one for sale. They might have one they want to sell, and you can help make connections. Hey, contact them. So right now we have somebody looking for one that maybe needs a little bit of work because they can work on it themselves. They want the VR6 model. I think they want the FD model also. Let us know if you've got anything that you're thinking of selling.
If you have any, or if you know someone that's trying to sell theirs,
Yeah.
then let us know, because
We don't sell cars. We're not in that business, but we
We can
if you talk
you
about it
together.
here, you're in the right place
that's right.
to maybe find it. So, all right. So action items. Join us every week for this live Rialta News broadcast.
Afternoon.
Let us know what you want us to cover. If something comes up, you're like, hey, can you talk about this? Because we'll get the conversation going. There'll be people in the chat. And thirdly, I forgot already. What was the third thing? Was there a third thing?
I doubt it.
No, probably not that, huh? All right, anyway. Oh man, I was tracking good.
I'm sorry. So
All right,
yes.
wait. Okay, so to recap, join us every week for the Rialta News broadcast. We'll be doing that about 20-25 minutes every week. Join us here and connect with us. Number 2, let us know if there's anything you want us to cover. So you can let us know, and we'll talk about it. That way everybody can chime in on it and chat too.
Absolutely.
And we can cover topics. If we can cover it in the news, we
In
will. If
between.
not, we can do a separate video on it, or we can ask somebody else to give us one. And then the last thing too, just let us know in general if there's anything that we can do, or where you're going to be, or if you want to get together or connect. Just let us know. Anything Rialta. But that's about all we have for today. We promised you 25 minutes, and we just about made it. We thank you for coming on board with us today, and hopefully you get the notifications when we go live like this. And you can join us in the chat. We're still figuring out how to turn all of that on. But hey, we have a good time doing this. We just do it for your information and for all of our friends, and just to talk about stuff. And one person in particular, you know who you are. Sorry you missed all the singing around the campfire last time. We're going to do it. We'll do a personal concert for you if we have to. Maybe we'll even live stream it, or invite us over. We'll come over there. It's a pretty big drive, but we'll go over there. Just get the bugs out of the yard, and we'll come sing out there. All right. So that's it. Anything you want to add before we go?
No, I think, I do want to also share with you guys, when we always say God is good all the time, we have some fun stories that I would like to be able to share in our live things too. We have a pretty big adventurous story on our trip to Alabama that we're going to put a video up or something on, a short or something, to let you guys know what happened. But our travels are always adventurous, and God is always good no matter what happens on the road. So just always remember that God is good all the time.
All the time. All right, great point. All right, so wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whether you get out this week or don't, be blessed out there. We'll talk with you soon. Thank you for keeping in touch and hanging out with us. We appreciate it. So from Tim and Nikki, Rialta Life, we're signing off. We'll talk to you later. Bye, y'all.
All right, bye, guys.
You've got to dream big, or don't dream at all.